Hello and welcome into a brand new edition of Cronkite Sports Live. I'm Sammy Miller, and for the first time, I have the pleasure of sitting next to the Riley Swenson at the desk for the very first time. But it's St. Patty's Day. Where's the green, man?
Yeah, what can I say? I missed the memo, but the blue really brings out my eyes.
Oh, gosh.
But it is indeed March, my absolute favorite month of the year, mainly because of March Madness. Haven't been too lucky so far with my bracket, though.
Riley, me either, but hey, ASU men's hoops is a part of the big dance this year. A solid close to the season earned them a first four matchup with Nevada for a chance to take an 11 seed in the round of 64.
Now, that one went down on Wednesday, and we'd love to show you the highlights, but CBS media rights deals would say otherwise. So instead, I took the liberty of putting together this graphical representation of the absolute beatdown that took place in Dayton on Wednesday night. Arizona State defeated the Wolfpack 98-73 in what was easily the team's most complete performance of the season.
Riley, I like it, I do, but maybe let the graphics team handle that one next time. But more importantly, the team is moving on. The 11th seed secured in the field of 64, and they take on 6-seeded TCU tonight in Denver, Colorado. Here's what head coach Bobby Hurley thinks about the team pushing forward. Like Coach Hurley said, it's been a busy few weeks for the Sun Devils, and the madness continues. Now we bring in our men's basketball reporter, Ben Paris, to talk about what happened in Dayton on Wednesday night. Ben, in what seemed to be the most dominant victory of the season that came at such a crucial time, what did the team do so well that allowed for that all to happen?
Sammy, it's hard to say that they did everything well because Bobby Hurley believes there's always more work to be done.
And a big part of March Madness lies outside of the game itself. The Sun Devils played in Dayton on Wednesday and traveled to Denver to take on TCU tonight. So what are some of the factors to this game that are outside of the X's and O's?
So after their win in Dayton, the Sun Devils went directly to the airport at about 1:30 in the morning, and from there it was a 3-hour flight back west.
An extremely impressive game to say the least, Ben, but it's time to shift our focus to the next round. And to do that, let's bring in our own Matt Venezia, who's in Denver this weekend for the tournament. Matt, what can you tell us about ASU's opponent tonight, as the Sun Devils seem to be getting ready just right behind you?
Thanks, guys. The Horned Frogs are known for the nation's leading 17.94 points per game on the fast break. However, Mikey Miles Jr.'s and the Frogs didn't quite have the juice the team normally has during the Big 12 tournament.
Obviously, it's not Bobby Hurley's first time as a coach or a player in the big dance. The former Duke point guard knows how to win in March in between the lines, but hasn't found as much success with a clipboard in his hand. So let's take a look back at Hurley's history dancing in March. It's officially the beginning of the Kenny Dillingham era, with spring football kicking off on Tuesday. With almost an entirely new coaching staff, as well as many transfers and freshmen who are looking to make a big impact, practice has looked a little different this time around in terms of pacing. Here's head coach Kenny Dillingham after day one. All right, so there is a lot to catch up on. For more on the start of Sun Devils spring ball, we bring in our football reporter Jake Seymour. Now, Jake, this season has already looked way different from last year. What has the intensity looked like so far?
Yeah, so right now at practice, the intensity has definitely been kicked up a notch since last season.
And with Dillingham coming in, we knew he was going to bring that energy, that enthusiasm. What we didn't know is he was going to be on the field with a mic in his hand, basically emceeing an event. So what have you liked so far from him as a coach?
Yeah, emceeing an event is probably the best way to put it, because he has speakers going with music playing, which Sean Aguano did bring in towards the second half of last season.
ASU softball is currently in Stillwater, Oklahoma for the Oklahoma State Mizuno Classic. They started things off with UCF this morning, but it was a struggle as the Knights threw a no-hitter, winning 8-0 in 6 innings due to the mercy rule. Game 2 just finished up a little bit ago as the Sun Devils fell to Oklahoma State 1-0 in a pitcher's duel. Pitching has been an interesting part of the team this year, and the Sun Devils' new head coach, Megan Bartlett, manages her staff a little differently than most softball programs. Our Max Cepeda has more on ASU's bullpen and how it compares to others. The madness has officially begun. Exactly a month ago, I sat at this desk and said maybe, just maybe, ASU's gritty underdog mentality might just be enough to get it done and punch a ticket into the big dance. Turns out, it was enough. Well, enough to get into the first 4, but that's all the Sun Devils were asking for. They just wanted an opportunity to make a Cinderella run, and that wish came true. First up, Nevada, a team that Desmond Cambridge Jr. and Warren Washington knew a little something about. And these Sun Devils not only beat the Wolfpack, they destroyed them, 98-73, scoring the most points ever in this stage of March Madness. But the Sun Devils walked off the court knowing that this was only the beginning. Now they officially earned a spot in the round of 64, and their next opponent awaits, 6-seeded TCU. Tonight, they have an opportunity to keep the dream alive. Coaches always say they want their team to peak in March. Well, it's March 17th, and these Sun Devils are red hot. Their offense is flowing, draining threes left and right, attacking the rim, bringing that pit bull mentality to the hardwood, just like their head coach does. In his 10th season as a collegiate head coach, Bobby Hurley has never advanced past the round of 64. Now he gets his 4th chance. There aren't too many people hungrier than the 2-time national champion Duke point guard. He understands what it means to be a player competing on the biggest stage, and that energy he brings is driving his team to new heights. It's March Madness. Anything, and I mean anything, is possible. And maybe, just maybe, that gritty underdog mentality might just be enough to dance in Houston. And that's the way it is.